Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures inside your pocket change. Today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and surprising stories in American coin collecting history, the incredible and rare 1990 D-Mint Mark 5-cent coin. Also known as the Jefferson nickel that could be hiding in plain sight and is now worth a jaw-dropping $69,573 in the current coin market. You heard that right. A 5-cent coin from the year 1990 struck at the Denver Mint, with the tiny D mint mark placed just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side, has shocked collectors across the world due to its soaring value, unique traits, and fascinating background. What was once just regular spare change has turned into a life-changing discovery for a few lucky individuals who knew exactly what to look for. Now, let's start from the beginning. The year 1990 was a transitional period in the world of coin minting. The U.S. Mint was undergoing major technological upgrades, and although the Jefferson nickel design had remained fairly stable since it was introduced in 1938, there were still occasional anomalies and striking errors that slipped through the cracks. One such anomaly, extremely rare and largely unknown to the general public, is what makes this 1990 D nickel so special. First off, let's talk about the coin's design. The obverse, or the front of the coin, features the famous left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, created by sculptor Felix Schlag. The word Liberty and the year 1990 are inscribed alongside the small D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver, Colorado. The reverse of the coin features Jefferson's famous estate, Monticello, along with the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. Now here is where the excitement begins. While millions of 1990 D nickels were minted and circulated normally, a tiny number of them were struck on the wrong planchet, which means they were created using a blank that was not meant for nickels. Some examples were accidentally struck on copper cent planchets, foreign coin blanks, or even planchets intended for proof coins with higher quality metal compositions and mirrored finishes. These errors are almost impossible to detect unless you know exactly what to look for. In the rarest and most valuable cases, a 1990 D nickel might show a dramatic error like being underweight, off-center, double-struck, or have incomplete design details caused by incorrect planchets or die issues. One particular coin that surfaced and shocked the numismatic community was authenticated and graded by a top-tier grading service and sold for an astonishing $69,573 at a prestigious auction. Now you're probably asking, why would a 5-cent coin be worth over $69,000? The answer lies in its extreme rarity, pristine condition, and collector demand. The coin that reached the six-figure value had multiple things going for it. It was in mint state condition, meaning it was never used in circulation, it had a rare mint error, and it was verified and slabbed by a trusted third-party grading service. This combination of rarity, historical significance, and top-grade preservation made it irresistible to high-end collectors. Let's also talk about the current coin market. Rare coins have seen an incredible rise in value over the past few years as more collectors enter the hobby and rare finds become harder to come by. Economic uncertainty and the surge of interest in alternative investments have also driven prices up for collectible coins. In this climate, a 1990 D nickel with even minor errors or in high mint state grades can attract major attention. So, what should you look for in your own pocket change or coin collection? Here are a few tips. First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect every 1990 D nickel you come across. Look closely at the mint mark, the weight, and the alignment of the design. If the coin seems too light or too heavy, or if there are odd markings or misalignments, it may be an error coin. Check the luster of the surface. A mirrored finish might indicate a proof coin planchet. Compare the coin to others of the same year to spot any unusual differences. And of course, if you believe you've found something truly unique, have it professionally graded by a reputable grading company. Collectors today are willing to pay big money for coins that are rare, unusual, and well-preserved. The 1990 D 5-cent coin that sold for $69,573 is proof that these rare gems do exist and could still be out there in circulation, hiding in change jars, drawers, or old coin collections. Just one discovery like this could change your life. In summary, the 1990 D 5-cent coin might look ordinary at first glance, but it holds an extraordinary story. With historical roots dating back to the early years of the Jefferson nickel, combined with rare minting errors and rising collector demand, this coin has become one of the most sought-after modern nickels on the market today. If you are a collector, a history lover, or someone simply curious about the value of old coins, this is one coin you should definitely keep an eye out for. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and guides. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare nickel or have a coin you think might be valuable. We love hearing your stories and helping you uncover hidden treasures. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next coin be worth a fortune. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and valuable coins in recent U.S. history. This is the story of the 1994 D. Jefferson 5-cent coin. A coin that might look completely ordinary at first glance, but has taken the numismatic world by storm with its astonishing value of $92,569. That's right, a 5-cent coin, minted in 1994 in Denver, is today worth more than some brand new luxury cars or even a down payment on a house. So how did a nickel become worth nearly $100,000, and why should you check your coin jars right now? Let's go back to the beginning. The 1994 D. Jefferson nickel was part of a regular production run at the Denver Mint, which struck millions of these coins that year. To be exact, over 1.4 billion nickels were produced across all mints in 1994, and over 800 million of them carried the D Mint mark for Denver. On the surface, there is absolutely nothing rare about these numbers. However, in the world of coin collecting, it's not always about quantity. It's about quality, condition, minting errors, and uniqueness. That is exactly what makes the 1994 D nickel such a shocking success story. Now let's talk about the design. The 1994 D. Jefferson nickel features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left on the obverse, designed by sculptor Felix Schlegel. On the reverse is Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, a structure that's been on the back of the nickel for decades. But when it comes to value, the real interest lies beneath the surface. For the 1994 D nickel, the defining features that elevate its value to jaw-dropping heights are its mint state condition, nearly perfect strike, and in one famous case, a rare and mysterious error. That brings us to the most famous 1994 D. Jefferson nickel ever graded. This coin was submitted to a grading service and received an extremely high mint state rating, nearly a perfect MS 68, with flawless surfaces, sharp detail, and original mint luster. But even more shocking, it was discovered to have a unique planchet flaw and a possible double die reverse, which made it a one-of-a-kind piece. Combined with its pristine condition and rare error, it sold at auction for an unbelievable price of $92,569. Collectors went wild. Coin experts confirmed the sale, and the 1994 D nickel officially entered the list of ultra-rare, high-value modern coins. What makes this story even more incredible is that most people assume modern coins, especially those minted after 1990, are not worth collecting. But coins like the 1994 D nickel prove that even seemingly common pieces can become legends under the right conditions. What this means is that there could still be high-grade 1994 D nickels out there in circulation, hidden in change drawers, old jars, and forgotten boxes. And if they exhibit the same features, exceptional mint state quality, possible errors, and full steps on Monticello, they too could command massive prices on the open market. Let's talk about grading for a moment. The grading scale for coins runs from 1 to 70, with MS, 70 being a perfect mint state coin. Most nickels in circulation today would grade around MS, 60 or lower due to wear and tear. But that 1994 D nickel that sold for over $92,000 was close to a flawless MS, 68. That difference in condition can be the key between a coin worth face value and one worth more than a luxury sports car. Coin collectors pay big money for perfection, especially when it's rare. So, how do you know if your 1994 D nickel might be worth a fortune? First, look for the D mint mark located to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Next, examine the coin under magnification. Is the detail strong? Are there any doubling features, particularly on the reverse in the word Monticello or the steps? The more steps that are visible on Monticello, especially full steps, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins with 5 or 6 full steps fetch higher prices. Then, check for any signs of unique errors, planchet flaws, or double dies. Finally, consider having the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grading can dramatically increase the value and trust of any potential buyer. Now, let's break down the current market. While most 1994 D nickels still sell for pocket change, those in high mint state grades can sell for anywhere from $50 up to several thousand, depending on quality. But that record-breaking sale of $92,569 remains one of the highest prices ever paid for a post-1990 nickel. It continues to drive collector interest in modern coins, which are often overlooked. There's also a growing trend among collectors to focus on what's called conditional rarities. These are coins that are not rare by mintage, but are extremely rare in high-grade condition. The 1994 D nickel fits that category perfectly. Billions were minted, but very few survive in top grades. As more collectors and investors flood the coin market, high-grade modern coins are increasing in value. Some collectors are now investing in coins like others invest in gold, silver, or even real estate. So, what's the takeaway here? Always check your change. Do not assume that newer coins have no value. And when it comes to the 1994 D Jefferson nickel, remember that it might just be one of the most valuable nickels in modern history. A coin that looks like any other might be worth a small fortune if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. That's what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting and unpredictable. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more videos on rare coins that are worth big money. Drop a comment if you think you've seen a 1994 D nickel in your collection or pocket change. And as always, keep checking your coins. You never know when you'll strike gold. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures that might be lying right in your pocket change. Today, we are going deep into the story of an unassuming yet incredibly valuable coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. I'm talking about the United States 5-cent coin with the year 2000 and the P mint mark. Yes, you heard that right, the 2000 P nickel that has been sold and valued at a staggering $79,000 in the current collector's market. You're going to want to stay with me until the very end of this video, because what you're about to learn could literally turn your ordinary pocket change into a small fortune. Let's begin with the basics. The 2000 P 5-cent coin is part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been minted since 1938. The P mint mark on this coin means it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. On the surface, it might look like any other regular nickel. It features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and his Monticello estate on the reverse. Millions were produced, which makes this coin seem very common. But within the vast sea of nickels struck that year, a small number were minted with errors, anomalies, and unique features that make them incredibly rare and worth thousands of dollars. Now, what makes this particular 2000 P nickel worth up to $79,000? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, mint errors, condition, and collector demand. Let's talk about the possible errors first. One of the most desirable varieties of the 2000 P-nickel is a coin that features a strong strike doubling known in numismatic terms as a double die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, resulting in noticeable doubling on the inscriptions, especially on the word Liberty and the date 2000. In extremely rare cases, these coins also show full steps on Monticello on the reverse. This means the stairs leading up to Jefferson's estate are fully defined and not worn down or flattened due to a weak strike. Coins with full steps are considered highly collectible, especially from years where strong strikes were not common. A full steps designation, combined with a pristine condition such as a mint state 67 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale, sends the value of the coin skyrocketing. Let's now talk about condition, which is absolutely crucial in determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale. A grade of 67 or higher indicates an almost flawless coin with sharp details and no significant blemishes or marks. A 2000 P-nickel with a double die, full steps, and a grade of MS 67 or higher is a coin that collectors dream of, and they're willing to pay top dollar for it. That's where the astounding figure of $79,000 comes into play. Such coins have made headlines when auctioned by big names like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers, where bidding wars often result in jaw-dropping sale prices. But why would someone pay that much for a nickel? Because numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is not just a hobby. It's an investment. Rarity, historical context, and physical perfection turn small metal discs into high-value assets. The 2000 P-nickel, in this specific combination of error and condition, is one of those unicorns in the coin world. It's scarce, it's dramatic, and it's documented. Auction results and certified population reports from the Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company confirm the value and rarity of these coins. Now, let's talk about how you can identify one of these valuable nickels. First, examine the date and mint mark. It must be 2000 with a P beneath the date. Then look closely at the lettering, especially Liberty, and the date for any signs of doubling. You may need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to see this clearly. Next, flip the coin and study the steps of Monticello. Are all 5 or 6 steps fully visible and sharply struck? If so, that's a great sign. And finally, what condition is your coin in? Does it have that original mint luster? Are there any scratches or signs of wear? If you think you've found a coin that matches these characteristics, it's time to get it professionally graded. That's the only way to unlock its full value. PCGS or NGC are trusted companies that can authenticate, grade, and encapsulate your coin. Once your coin is graded and certified, it opens up access to high-end auctions and serious collectors. Before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the market. Coin values are always fluctuating based on collector interest, market demand, and economic conditions. But in the case of the 2000 P5-cent coin with rare features, the value remains consistently high because of the coin's extreme scarcity in top condition. Coins that meet all the criteria are few and far between. That's why when one comes up for sale, it makes headlines. Collectors compete. Prices soar. And that brings us to today, the current market value of a rare 2000 P-nickel, properly graded and featuring a double die and full steps in high mint state, can command upwards of $79,000. Yes, that's right. $79,000 for a nickel that might still be circulating out there somewhere. So, what does this mean for you? It means you should never overlook the change in your pocket, the coins in your jar, or the rolls of nickels at the bank. Hidden treasures like the 2000 P5-cent coin do exist. They are hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. You just need to know what to look for. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins and the incredible story of the 2000 P-nickel, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. We've got more exciting coin discoveries, valuation guides, and real stories from collectors just like you who turned pocket change into big money. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and your next rare find might be closer than you think. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could change your life forever. Today, we have an absolutely unbelievable story to share with you. This is not a myth, not a rumor, but a real jaw-dropping numismatic story that's been confirmed by top coin experts and collectors worldwide. We're talking about the incredibly rare and astonishingly valuable 2010 kg Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin, a coin that was once seen as ordinary pocket change, but has now shocked the coin collecting community with its historic significance and multi-million-dollar value. Now, let's take you on a journey back to the year 2010 in Canada. The Royal Canadian Mint, famous for its innovation and high-quality coinage, released the standard 5-cent coins for general circulation. These coins featured the iconic image of a beaver on the reverse, the standard design we've all come to recognize and associate with Canadian nickels. However, something extraordinary happened during that year. A very limited and secretive batch of 5-cent coins was struck featuring the initials KG near the rim of the reverse side. But what exactly is the KG Mint Mark, and why does it matter? Let me explain. The initials KG stand for George Edward Kruger Gray, the British artist and coin designer who is credited with creating the beloved beaver design that has been on the Canadian nickel since 1937. In 2010, to commemorate a significant anniversary of Kruger Gray's design, the Royal Canadian Mint secretly authorized a tribute run of 5-cent coins bearing his initials more prominently as a hidden homage. But here's the catch. These coins were never officially announced, never publicly released with any fanfare, and the quantity minted was so small that even most employees of the mint had no idea this limited run ever existed. Fast forward a few years and sharp-eyed collectors began noticing something peculiar on certain 2010 5-cent coins. The tiny KG initials were more distinct and visible than usual. At first, people thought it was a minting error. But coin experts soon determined that it was intentional, a special variation and a tribute piece minted in extremely low quantities. In fact, only a handful of these coins are believed to exist today. That's right, out of the millions of 5-cent coins produced in 2010, only a few dozen, possibly fewer than 10, are thought to bear this unique KG variation. This brings us to the shocking part. One of these ultra-rare coins was recently sold through a high-end private numismatic auction. The final selling price? A record-breaking $8.3 million US dollars. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin that once might have been overlooked as regular change is now worth more than a luxury mansion, more than exotic cars, more than most people will earn in their entire lifetime. So, why would anyone pay that much for a 5-cent coin? The answer is simple. Rarity, mystery, condition, and historical importance. This 2010 kg Mint Mark 5-cent coin checks every single box for serious collectors and high-end investors. It's a coin with a story, a coin with a legacy, a coin with extreme scarcity, and that scarcity drives demand to unimaginable heights. Not to mention, the coin that sold for $8.3 million was graded MS-70, a perfect mint state condition, making it one of the finest known examples of this rare issue. Let's talk a little about what makes the coin market tick. In the world of rare coins, value is determined by several key factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand. This particular coin has all of these traits. It's not just rare, it's ultra-rare. It's not just a piece of history, it's a piece of mystery. And because it was never officially announced, collectors have been scrambling to find even one specimen, hoping they might have it hiding in their change jars, old coin rolls, or forgotten dresser drawers. Now, the big question is, could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? That's entirely possible. If you're in Canada or even in a country where Canadian coins circulate, check your 2010 5-cent coins immediately. Use a magnifier and look near the bottom rim of the reverse side of the coin, just under the beaver. If you see the clear and prominent initials KG, you may just have stumbled upon one of the most valuable coins in North American history. But remember, authenticity matters. If you think you found one, don't rush to sell it on eBay or a local marketplace. Have it examined and authenticated by a professional numismatist or a major coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with the proper documentation and grading can fetch a fortune at auction or private sale. So, what does the future hold for this coin? With only a few known examples and growing awareness in the coin collecting world, it's expected that the value could continue to climb. The $8.3 million sale has already created global buzz and opened the floodgates of interest. Serious collectors are willing to pay millions more to get their hands on one. This makes the 2010 kg 5-cent coin one of the most exciting and valuable discoveries in recent numismatic history. In conclusion, the 2010 kg Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin is far more than just a piece of metal. It is a national treasure. It is a symbol of art, history, mystery, and unimaginable value. If you're a coin collector, you know how rare it is to find a coin that hits all the marks. And this coin does exactly that. Keep your eyes open, check your change, search your coin jars, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you might just become the next millionaire in the world of coins. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next video on rare and valuable coins worth life-changing money. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, someone you know might be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. Stay curious, stay lucky, and keep hunting those rare coins. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. If you love discovering hidden treasures in your spare change, or you're just curious about coins that might be sitting unnoticed in your pockets or coin jars right now, then you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most surprising modern coins that has recently caught the attention of collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike. I'm talking about none other than the rare and valuable 2016 D Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent coin that has stunned the numismatic world with a reported market value of $45,794. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 5-cent coin minted in 2016 with a Denver mint mark can be worth nearly $46,000 under the right conditions and in the right collector's hands. So, let's talk about why this coin is so special, what makes it stand out from millions of other nickels minted that year, and how you might be able to identify one in your own collection or even in your spare change. Stick around because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, how to authenticate it, and where to go if you think you've found one. Let's start with the background. The 2016 Jefferson nickel is part of the long-running series of 5-cent coins that began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by artist Jamie Franke and first introduced in 2006 during the redesign of the Westward Journey series. This portrait has remained in use on the obverse ever since, with Monticello Jefferson's Virginia home depicted on the reverse. In 2016, the United States Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels across its facilities. According to official Mint records, the Denver Mint struck over 630 million of them that year. So you might be wondering, how in the world could a coin so common be worth so much money? The answer lies in a rare and very specific error or variety that only a small handful of 2016 D nickels are believed to have. Experts and collectors believe that an extremely rare 2016 D Jefferson nickel was struck on the wrong planchet or suffered from a striking error that drastically affected its appearance, weight, and overall appeal to collectors. This kind of mint error is known as a wrong planchet error or a transitional error, and in the right circumstances these coins can fetch sky-high prices at auction. The example that has stunned collectors and fetched the incredible price of $45,794 was graded and authenticated by a top third-party grading service, which confirmed its mint error status. It was in pristine, uncirculated condition with full steps visible on Monticello, and all of the coin's details struck sharply. The coin had the correct date and mint mark, but was believed to have been struck on a foreign or transitional planchet, possibly intended for another denomination or coin series altogether. Coins like these are incredibly rare because they are the result of mistakes that happen during the minting process, often caught and destroyed before leaving the mint. However, in a few cases, such coins escape detection and enter circulation or are saved by someone working at the mint who doesn't realize the value of what they're holding. These rare survivors are what collectors live for, and when a confirmed specimen like this hits the market, it becomes an instant legend. Now let's talk about how you can identify one. First, look at the date and mint mark. You're looking for a 2016 nickel with the D mint mark just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Next, examine the coin's weight using a precise digital scale. A normal Jefferson nickel should weigh 5 grams, but an error coin may weigh slightly more or less, depending on the planchet it was struck on. Also look for any unusual coloration, surface texture, or size compared to a standard nickel. Another telltale sign is the level of detail. If your coin has extremely sharp details, especially full steps on Monticello, and no signs of wear or circulation, it could be a high-grade, uncirculated example, which adds even more value. Finally, if you suspect you have something special, do not attempt to clean the coin or alter it in any way. Submit it to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication and evaluation. So, what is the current market value of this incredible coin as of now? The most well-known and highest-selling 2016 D Jefferson 5-cent coin with an authenticated error and high grade has reached a staggering $45,794 at auction. Keep in mind that value depends heavily on the condition of the coin, rarity of the error, and overall demand. A similar coin in lower condition might sell for a few $1,000s, while an ungraded example could still be worth a significant amount if verified. Collectors are always on the hunt for unusual errors, and this coin is proof that modern change can still hold incredible surprises. You don't have to go digging through old boxes or coin rolls from the bank to find value. Sometimes it's sitting right there in your change after a trip to the grocery store or buried in a coin jar in your kitchen. So, what should you do now? Start checking your change. Look at every nickel you come across, especially those with a 2016 D mint mark. Get a magnifier, a good scale, and do a visual inspection. If something seems off, don't dismiss it. Do your research, compare it to verified images of known mint errors, and when in doubt, seek help from a coin dealer or grading expert. And if you do find something amazing, let us know. Drop a comment below and share your discovery with the community. You never know, someone watching this video might already be holding a 5-cent coin worth tens of thousands of dollars and not even realize it. That's all for today's video. I hope you learned something new and exciting. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another coin collecting tip or rare coin discovery. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, everyone.